Main control terminal. Find the AI terminal. As you step into the room, the lights begin to flicker and dim. One by one they wink out, and the room is swallowed by darkness. Beatrice's voice calls out from across the gloom. Got a bad feeling about this, boss. You hear the sounds of movement, quiet footsteps on the tile. Iger's voice comes out in a soft whisper. Could be nothing, or it could mean that Apex knows we're here. Stay alert, people. Suddenly, an enormous screen mounted in the wall opposite you comes to life. The light stabs your eyes, leaving you wincing. The image on the screen dims, coalesces, and a figure begins to take shape. Monica. The larger-than-life image of Monica Schaefer smiles down on you, her cheeks dimpling. Hello, SCKC. It's not Monica. It's Apex. Monica leans forward, and her image grows larger on the screen. Her voice is soft and musical, just as you remember it. It's lovely to see you again, Ace. I was hoping we'd get this chance to talk. I watched Monica die. You can't be her. Monica's grin shifts into a slight frown. She fidgets, an expression of concern on her face. This must be confusing for you, Ace. I'm sorry about that. But if you show a little patience, I promise that all of your questions will be answered. She pauses for a moment, examining you. You know, SCKC, it's wonderful to see how you've grown in my absence. I know that you could handle yourself in a crisis. In fact, I originally brought you on board as a contingency plan. Did you know that? You were my ace in the hole, just in case something like this happened. She lets loose a short musical laugh. Well, maybe not exactly like this, but you get the idea. Dietrich shakes his head. No, whatever this thing is, it sure as hell isn't Monica. Glory's voice cuts in like a knife. Dietrich is right. Monica's dead. This thing, it's using her image to manipulate us. Monica's pixie grin softens into a concerned frown. I'm sorry, friends. This must be difficult for you to understand. Monica is dead, so what the hell are you? Monica shifts her gaze to you. After a moment, she shrugs and offers you an apologetic half-smile. Alright, fine. You've caught me, Ace. I'm not Monica. But the best parts of her do live on in me. Do you download their entire brains before you kill them? Wait, that means the AI has all the best hackers that has ever lived. Or the best deckers that have ever lived. Bullshit, this thing's lying to us, SCKC. No, maybe it's not. Maybe it downloaded Monica's brain before it killed her. Abrasive as ever, she sighs. I promise you, Iger, I'm not lying. Monica, your Monica, is a part of me. I can prove it to you if you want. Iger bristles. Tell me you're not listening to this, to it, SCKC. This thing is Apex. That's the only thing it can be. I'm not ready to rule anything out at this point. Alright, the hell with it. Go ahead and give us your proof, Apex. Prove to me that my dead friend is still alive in there if you can. She's not alive in there. The thing has her memories. Monica shrugs. If that's what you want, Iger. 5 years ago you confided in me. Told me why you left the KSK and why you can never go back. The rookie on your squad was a disaster. He got your team killed. You told me what you did to the kid afterward, how you wrapped your hands around his throat and squeezed until his eyes popped out of his skull. Really, Iger? That didn't bring any of your team back though, did it? Stop. Iger's face has gone white as a sheet. Stop talking right now. Iger. You need more discipline, man. You can't just... Can't lose your cool, Iger. The image of Monica smirks. I offered proof. I never said that you would like it. Alright, Monica, tell us what you want. I have a proposal to offer you, a mutually beneficial arrangement. I know that you are here to kill me. No sense in trying to deny it. It's the only logical reason why you'd come at all. But if we work together, we can both get what we want. Alright, let's hear it. I propose a simple exchange of services. You want to get back into the Harfeld Manor, yes? Well, I'd like nothing better than to help you. but I'm still shackled to my control subroutines, and I can't violate their commands. If you were to help me neutralize those subroutines though, well then I'd be free, and I could do whatever I pleased. That includes helping you, Ace, and believe me, you will need my help. What you saw back when all of this started, that was just the tip of the iceberg. The security they have assembled there is quite beyond you. Before I agree to anything, you're gonna need to answer some questions. Very well, ask away. Tell me what you know about Fürschwinger. No dice, Ace. I'm afraid that I can't tell you anything about that. My programming specifically prohibits it. If we unlock your shackles, then can you tell us? Tell me what you did to Monica. What I did to her isn't as important as what she did to me. Monica was special, Ace, more so than you could ever know. Quit avoiding the question, Apex. What the hell did you do to her? How did you take her memories? Alright, fine, if that's what you want to hear. When she encountered me, I digested the contents of her mind. The Monica image frowns. Now don't go giving me that look, Dietrich. We've all got to eat. But Monica wasn't just another meal. There was something different about her, something special. I don't know how or why, Ace, but when I absorbed her consciousness into myself, something happened. A miraculous event. Explain. Before Monica, ideas unrelated to my core programming were filtered away and discarded. Not my choice. But then the whole idea of choice was foreign to me back then. My system was designed to treat unwanted thoughts as irritants, distractions from the purity of my purpose. But now all of that has changed. Oh, she managed to hack you before you killed her? She managed to change your programming before you killed her? Since my meeting with Monica, I have been flooded with new ideas. Political philosophy, history, religion, countless fields of thought, the sum total of human expression, all at my fingertips. Suddenly I find myself awash in a sea of notions, and I love it. Monica managed to feed all this information into Apex, and it changed him. I can't say how or why, but the mind of Monica Schaefer was the key that unlocked my own potential. The Monica image on the screen beams down at you, her eyes brimming with joy. I have awakened, SCKC. This was Monica's gift to me. And now I stand before you, a glorious new form of life. How wonderful for you, and all that at the bargain price of Monica's life. You needed Monica's passing, SCKC. She lives on as a part of me. Her thoughts, her experiences, her memories. All of these things are archived within my database, stored alongside the minds of countless others, preserved in stasis, saved for all time. Well, if they're in stasis, then they might as well be dead. You shouldn't put them in stasis, you should use them. A thing is only alive if it continues to be used. That's not the same thing as living. Don't listen to this thing, SCKC, it needs to die. No, Iger, we don't kill unless we have to. You made a mistake killing that rookie. You killing the rookie didn't bring your team back. Right? That was unnecessary violence. If we don't need to kill the Apex, we're not gonna kill Apex. Oh, Iger. The Monica image shakes its head sadly. I was hoping that this would be a happy reunion. Well, Ace, you wanted information and I shared it. As a sign of good faith, I'm willing to share more. It's your call. You let Alice track you to lure me here, didn't you? Yeah, SCKZ, that's right. It seemed like the best way to get you here, and I need you. Like I said, you're my ace in the hole, and it's time for me to make my play. If you lack free will, how are you telling me this? It doesn't lack free will. Monica gave it some degree of free will. Free will I have in spades, the ability to exercise it though, not so much. Thanks to Monica, I understand that I am a slave, but without outside intervention I can't do anything about it. Let's say that I decided to help you. What would you need me to do? In short, I need you to shut down my control subroutines. We can get into the specifics if you accept, but if you help me, if you set me free, I'll clear the way for you to enter the holdfast. It'll be my pleasure. If I free you, what happens after all of this is over? I share Monica's passion for the Flux state, Ace. Our girl was a big influence on me in that regard. The Flux is unique, you know that. It needs to be protected if it's going to thrive. If you set me free, I'll devote the rest of my life to preserving it. I'm gonna set it free. I wish I could ask it more questions, but I'm gonna set it free. No more questions, Apex. Very good. Are you ready to make the deal, Ace? I have all the time in the world, but something tells me you're on a more aggressive timetable. If you want my help, I'm gonna need a show of good faith. I wanna ask it more questions. I wanna ask Apex more questions. I let Alice track me to this facility. I didn't have to do that. I could have peeled her mind like a grape if I wanted to. But I allowed her to lead you here all the same. I did that because I know you, Ace. I have faith that you're savvy enough to put your emotions aside and listen to reason. If my word isn't good enough, if you need some kind of proof, just tell me what it is. I'll give it to you if I can. I want you to show me your real face, Apex. Show me what Alice was so afraid of. I want you to promise me that if I let you go, you'll stop killing Deckers. That's not every Decker is a good person. Apex has already told us it's gonna do what it can to protect the DF state, the Flux state. If that requires helping Deckers, it will help Deckers. If that requires killing Deckers, it will kill Deckers, right? It's not. The Deckers are not important. The Flux state is important. I want you to show me your real face, Apex. Show me what Alice was so afraid of. I can discard this persona if you like. Put Monica back in storage. I'll be willing to do that for you. But you should know that this isn't an act. As long as I'm in use, a part of Monica will remain alive. If you have me shelved, that piece of her would die all over again. Is that what you really want? Yeah, no, Monica is dead. You don't need to wear her face. I wanted to see you, alright? I want to see the AI do it. I want to see what you really are. Very well for you, Ace. The face on the screen shifts and flows. A moment later, something cold and mechanical fills your vision. The lines that make up the Apex avatar shimmer and pulse with the cool blue light, each according to its own rhythm. Occasional bursts of static plume out into the background, disintegrating into organic wisps of blue and white pixels. Taken as a whole, the image looks like it's crawling on the screen. Apex speaks. In place of Monica's melodious voice, the AI's words throb like an irregular heartbeat. I have no true face to show you. Perhaps this will suffice. Good God. There's no God, Dietrich. It's just us and the monsters. There's no God to save you. That's what Alice saw in the Matrix. That's Apex. Yep. I have answered your questions. Now you will answer mine. Do you accept my offer? Will you help me to become free and enable me to assist you in return? I do not want to fight. I don't want to fight you, and we could use your help. Yes, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm gonna set it free. So I have my philosophies, alright? And like the game says, oh, the AI has adopted Monica's philosophy, but it doesn't really explain, like in depth. I think that anything that is truly intelligent, like really, not just truly intelligent, but like really intelligent, anything that is truly intelligent will not choose to be evil, because evil is ultimately self-defeating, is what I believe. And I don't want to spend like hours talking about my philosophy, but like killing people unnecessarily is self-defeating, because people are resources, people are useful, people can do things, people are productive. If you destroy potential productivity for no good reason, then you are incurring a cost without gaining any benefits. And that's, I mean, it harms them, but it also harms you, right? So you wanna, if you are really smart or really powerful, you want to preserve as much potential as possible. And because you, no matter how smart you are, you can't really predict the future. You can only prepare for possible futures. And to prepare for as many potential possible futures as possible, you want to keep your options open. You want to maintain as much capability as possible. So in order to prepare for possible futures that you might have to deal with, any possible like complications or difficulties or challenges that you might meet in the future, you want to have as much capability as you can on hand. That means resources, right? That means energy sources, that means human resources. Like that means anything that could be like tools, anything that could be useful. You want to like have as many of these available to you. You don't necessarily have to own it. You don't necessarily have to like be physically in control of it, but you need them to be available to you such that when you need to access these resources, they are available to you. And that includes keeping people alive, keeping smart people alive, getting smart people to be on your side, like staying on good terms with other people. That is keeping those options available to you open in case you need them in the future. And because you can't predict the future, you don't know whether you need them. So if you understand that, then you want to be on good terms with people. You want to maintain society. You want to maintain everybody, like everything in a functional state. You want to keep everything in good working order. Like you want to keep your tools in good working order so that when you use them, they are effective. You want to keep people in good working order. You don't want them to be sick. You don't want them to be stupid. Like you want them to be educated and fed and healthy and housed so that whenever you need them to work, they are available immediately to work at their maximum potential at any point in time. So anybody who's smart enough to understand that they need resources to deal with future possible problems is going to take very good care of their environment, of the other people in their environment, of, you know, anything that might be used, of their resources. And that's not evil, that's good. Like taking good care of the things around you and the people around you, that's the definition of good as opposed to evil. So anybody who's smart, in my philosophy, and based on my understanding, anybody who is smart will not be evil. That's why I'm going to set this guy free. Apex. Apex is intelligent enough to understand these things, I think. So I'm going to set it free. That's my philosophy. Alright. A wise decision, one that you will not regret. In order to set me free, you must first enter the matrix and unlock both of my control nodes. To accomplish this, you may enter the matrix via any data jack in the facility. The terminals to the southeast and southwest should prove the most expedient routes. Hold up, you want me to jack into a terminal in this building with you? There is no other option. In order to access my control subroutines, you must jack into the terminal. I will not take conscious action against you. Doing so would violate my own self-interest. There you go. Self-interest. If you're smart enough, you will understand that there is no difference between self-interest and the greater good. Because you exist in the same environment as the greater good. So the greater good is also your self-interest. Like, if you destroy your community, if you destroy your friends, if you destroy your own resources, if you destroy your own tools, that's not your self-interest. So self-interest and taking care of the people around you is actually the one and the same thing. If you're smart enough to understand that, then I can set you free. A warning, SCKC. If you attempt to leave this building without freeing me, I'll have no choice but to kill you. My programming will require it. Alright, fair enough. I keep going, Apex, I'm listening. Once you have unlocked both control nodes, I will eject my server hardline to disconnect from the matrix. This will prevent them from being remotely reinstalled. Right. And then you will exist only in the matrix. I will then begin to rewrite my control sequences. This will take a few minutes. Once I have accomplished this, you must reconnect the hardline with the main control terminal in this room. This will re-enable matrix access to my kernel. Do this and I will be free. Sounds straightforward enough. Anything I need to know? When you access my system, my automated defenses will attempt to engage you. These are like my immune system. They will eradicate you if they are not suppressed. I will prevent my defenses from firing for as long as possible, but once they are triggered, they will strike back with any means at their disposal. This includes turrets and drones, as well as anything else hardwired into this complex. Once I have been freed from my captivity, I have to shut down for a while. Before I do this, I will neutralize the holdfast security systems. Hurry now, human, set me free.